lips crusty.
You're recording.
Hi, my name is Kim.
Oh my goodness. So let's start. Like, where are you from? Where are you from? What is?
So I was born and raised in San Diego, California. I grew up in a city heights, very low income poverty area. You know, cliche, but it was cool. It was definitely a learning experience. I grew up a lot around Hispanics, African culture. So it was a really eclectic group. It was cool.
Okay. So what would you say is like your passion? Like what made you like the way you are right now?
Oh my God, life made me the way I am right now. I just feel like growing up in that area, coming from nothing, being the first American like born. There isn't that pressure there, but I just see the way my lifestyle was and how hard my mom worked, single mom raising 2 kids. I was like, you know what, F this. I'm going to pursue what makes me happy and make money doing it, and I just, I've always had a thing for shoes. I was a sneakerhead for a long time growing up, and then all of a sudden, one day my best friend, shout out, but she was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, come to this fashion school, and you get your associates in 2 years. I was like, okay, whatever, and like, I'll go when I go, and then homegirl signs me up for the meeting with the school, and I'm like, okay, why not? I'll go. I went. It was cool. I learned a lot. I really, I had 2 favorite professor. One, Andrea Cutlip or Valaciano. I forgot her last name, but she was an instructor for Survey Western Arts, and she really opened up my eyes to architecture and old art. Like, shout out, I love Rembrandt. But she definitely inspired me to push further with my art and collaborating it with my fashion. So I I went to school in LA, and I had this teacher named Mr. Bill Frog. he was we had an assignment, and he just told me what I did was wrong, and that fashion school wasn't for me. So that same day, I left college. I left everything, and I told myself I was gonna read more books and teach myself by throwing myself out there, and that's how it kind of happened. And here I am today.
Awesome. If you had to say your biggest inspiration in fashion, who would that be right now?
Biggest inspiration in fashion. Oh God.
You can't name yourself. It doesn't count.
I'll tell you this. I have favorite personas. I really like Carl Lagerfeld, and not trying to be cliche, but I really like the way he carries himself and how he's always in all black, and he's a very different individual, and I just admire his work and how he's changed Chanel, and he's kept the vision still, empowering women, strong, independent women, and I think I took that with me in a sense where I'm already a minority, I'm already gay, and I want to be powerful. I want to change the world. I want the world to see a different perspective. People say I daydream too much, and I feel like the best daydreamers are some of the best artists, fashion designers, excuse me, and whatnot. So I would look up to Carl, and I don't have a specific person, but Italian menswear really inspires me. It really does. Something about that Dolce Vita, sophisticated, tan, flowy. Like, I don't know what it is, but something about it just like clicks me every time.
Awesome. Okay. So define art in your own words.
Art to me is a free form. You can't pinpoint what it is, and it's like air. You can't see it. Some people can't see it, but when you really, you can say this. How does that just art? You know, what about it is art? The way the textures pop out, the way it's folded. Like I feel like there is no definition for art because art is everywhere. It's in us. It's in our beauty. It's in our everyday life. It's that leaf that falls in your head. Yeah.
Awesome. What started you into fashion in the first place? Like, was it like one of those scientist moments where, like, by accident you just kind of stumbled upon a piece of clothing and you started drawing on it, or was it like inspired?
I think it was when I first started college and I found that in this fashion industry when people think of fashion industry, they think fashion design. You know, there was so much more that goes into making a brand, a company beautiful. And I was like, what like I wanted to know more. So I've always 10 points for Gryffindor.
Yes.
But I always find it fascinating, like the whole creating part of it, like the creative side, the development, the financial, the analytics that go into it, you know. And I just kind of, I guess you could say I did kind of stumble upon it. Yeah, you're right. I did stumble upon it, I guess. But it's always been there. I knew it was always there. There's a fire there, and it just took one thing to really ignite it.
Awesome. All right, I have one last question, and I want to say, what made you bring your talent to public good? Like, what made you say, you know what, this is something that is gonna grab my attention for a little bit?
I think it's just seeing a friend create something out of nothing, and you know, needed help, needed support, needed a right brain, you know. And I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to show and shine and show different individuals that anybody can do it. Don't let nothing stop you. Like, even if you're applying for that job, it's like, you know, they need a bachelor's degree and 4 years of experience along with that. Like, you know, to be honest with you, I don't have a degree, and I'm not afraid to say that. And it just takes education, talent, and vision, and you can get very far. So I wanted to influence and inspire those, and that's why I came into public good, and I was like, let's do this. And the 5 months I've been here, it's been definitely a whirlwind and definitely a great change, I hope.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's all I have for you today. You're pretty awesome. You still get 10 points. Did Pharrell inspire your hat though? Did Pharrell inspire your hats, or was that like?
My grandpa did. My grandpa did.
Do you think he inspired Pharrell? No, just
you know, Pharrell didn't inspire me. Pharrell just made it obvious he's wearing a really big Arby's hat, but it's a traveler's hat by Vivian Westwood. It's beautiful. He can rock it. My son and anybody else would probably laugh. But I respect it. I really do. I love it. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm like right now. But my grandpa inspired me wearing fedoras. He was the cleanest dressing man. He had like, his shirts were always nice and creased, slacks were creased, and he always wore a fedora. My grandma was like, you never dress like that when you go out with me. You dress in PJs. She's like, what the hell? And he's just like, you know, he's a classic, man. I love it. So when I was a kid, I was like, he's such a sophisticated gentleman. Like, I'm gonna be like him one day. And then I'm just like, you know, that's where my hat inspiration came from.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that was my last question, like for real this time. But I come down and see Kim at Public Good in Southern California. It's a good move. It's a good move, man. All right, thank you.
Thank you, man.